Hey guys, it's Kasem with Digital Gladiator, and today we're going to be talking about one PBN trick to faster rankings. So, day 10 of our 30-day challenge, by the way, if you guys are keeping track. I mean, it's hard to keep track for me by now, but we're going along pretty well. I think we're sharing some nice information along the way. But today we're going to be talking about PBNs. Haven't talked about them in a little bit, but I decided today, why not speak on it a little bit. So the trick is, the trick in quotation marks, because it's something that everyone should be really doing. It's not outrageously crazy. It's something that is a foundational thing you should be doing with every PBN, is to maintain the niche historical data. Let's say, to give an example here, let's say the PBN used to be a site about elderly care, right? It used to be maybe an elderly home in the past. That was the PBN. Maintain that same exact niche, like to the dot, for the first 1 to 3 articles that you post on the PBN. And if you can possibly, for the first couple articles, or even the first article, if you can actually go back to Wayback Machine, archive.org, and if you can go back and if it shows the content that was on the PBN, if it's there and you can copy paste that onto the PBN, that's totally fine, and it actually can help you. But you have to make sure, if you do that, that the content is not on any other site out there, because a lot of times people move sites, so or someone else is taking that content already. So you're going to want to make sure you just search it on Google, just with quotation marks. Like, just put like 7 or 8 words of that content in quotation marks and search it and see if there's any matches on Google. If there isn't, then you're good to go, and you can post it on the PBN. Leave that there again for the 36 to 40 day period. Like I mentioned a couple videos ago, I mentioned, you want to, before you link out to your money site from a PBN, you want to make sure that you let it sit. After you've set it up fully, you let it sit for minimum 36 days. I like to wait 40 days to be totally safe, and then I'll link out to my money site. You want to make sure, to reiterate, it's the same niche. And even if your money site is not the same exact niche, if you're not an elderly, like an elder home, or like an elderly living center, right? That's not your money site. That's totally fine. But just to fool Google into thinking that you're maintaining the same site, that it's maybe you let the site expire by accident and you're the same owner, kind of just to trick them, and so all the backlinks match, because the backlinks that are being sent to the site are related to the exact niche. So it would make sense for you to do a 360 switch and change from an elder home to like a sports like complex or something, right? Or a lawyer, like a law firm. So that doesn't make sense. So that's why you want to maintain it, and then just, you can spin the article to the money site. Like, say you are a law firm, right? You could talk about like elder law, something related to that. You guys get the idea. It's really just common sense at that point, just to kind of spin it to your niche. And you can do that with a lot of things. Content ideation is a really solid process. I'm actually going to cover that a little bit in more detail in a future video. But I do want to also add a little bonus tip here, because I didn't want to just have one small tip. I wanted to add some more to it, some more meat to it, some more value for you guys. So this bonus tip is to build out supporting articles for the article that's linking out to your money site. So article A is the article on your PBN that is linking to your money site, right? So that's the one you built, and usually people leave it at that, and they say, all right, I'm done with the PBN, built the article, done. Move on to the next PBN. But in this case, you want to have maybe 2 or 3 articles that you add on to the PBN afterwards that interlink to the money site article, the article that's linking to the money site. All right, I can't even speak right now. But so that way it's interlinking, so that's a great sign with Google. Google loves interlinking. That's a positive signal. And also, you're building those pages on pages of the site that previously had links pointing to them. Because most of the time, most PBNs will have links going to other inner pages outside of the home page. So a lot of PBNs will have that, and it does power up your PBN a lot. So just to reiterate, because I want to make sure I explain it correctly to you guys, you're rebuilding old pages, and you're just putting content that's supporting. So it doesn't even have to necessarily be exactly what the content was before. It can just be a supporting article for your main article on the PBN. The only article on the PBN that really matters is the one that's linking to your money site. So you're just having supporting content for that article. So it just adds more fuel to it adds more link juice per se, right? And I'll give a quick example. Let's move on. I'm going to move to Majestic real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, we're on Majestic right now, and I just put in Majestic in here real quick to use them as an example. Why not, right? So I put in Majestic, went to the backlinks tab, which is where you're going to want to go. So you're doing this with your PBNs. Remember that. So obviously, we have linking to Majestic here, and here we have a link to Majestic. This is an inner page. So if we're thinking of this as a PBN, you would rebuild this page on your PBN and just have the URL would be this whole reports and site explorer. It would be all that, the same as it was in the past, but the content would be the content of a supporting article for the article that's linking to your money site. So if you have any questions on that, just post in the comments below or in the Facebook group, and I'll be happy to answer it and clarify for you. But I think I did a pretty good job on it. And you can make these custom URLs, because obviously a lot of the URLs are not going to be really simple and stuff that WordPress is going to be doing by default. So to make them more custom, what you can do is you can get some plugins. I believe that there are a couple plugins, like if you do a custom link, or you just search that in the plugins search bar on WordPress, you'll find something, custom links or something. If I find something, I'll put it in the description below. But it's really simple to just get those, and then you just make a custom URL for it. It's very, very dead simple, so I don't even feel a need to do it for you guys, because you guys are smart enough to figure that out really quickly. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. Again, any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Make sure to join our Facebook group to get a ton of value. We're posting a lot of stuff in there these days. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already, guys. See you in the next one.